There's nowhere you're gonna talk about legendary voices.
Talk about it.
You're talking about like just good creativity.
A queen.
And the name MC Lyte
Hello?
does not come up. MC Lyte in the studio.
I'm posted on the corner. I'm posted on the corner.
How you feeling?
Good,
Good.
grateful,
Mm-hmm.
ratchet. No,
I like that. Yeah, get it, Sassy. How you age backwards?
I have no idea. I don't know what's happening.
Blessed and never stressed.
Okay,
You feeling that?
I'll take it.
Okay.
So,
I'll take it.
What's keeping you going, MC Lyte?
Reaching the people, you know, communicating, being in rooms like this, meeting you all and talking to you, what excites you. And, you know, just the youth. The youth are very important to me. So however I got to get to them, I like to go to those places.
For sure.
Yeah.
I want to jump into the mind of MC Lyte, right?
Let's go.
Okay. When you jumped in this game and
Yeah.
picked your artistry name, how did you land on the name MC Lyte?
I was looking through a dictionary of thoughts, and light was everything positive. The truth is the light. The light shall lead you out of darkness. Dark can't exist where light is. And so I just took it and changed the spelling.
That's fire.
That's real. I should wear my sunglasses today.
Why is
She's
that?
shining so bright.
You know what? You funny.
So the One of One Reflection Tour is on the way.
Yeah.
Why was it important for you to go on tour right now and get back in the studio? Why was that so important right now?
Well, getting back into the studio was one thing, and that was important because we had just come off of Hip Hop 50.
Mm-hmm.
And I did quite a few things, the Rock the Bells Festival, I did the Force Tour, I did Liberty at the Barclays Center on the birthday of hip hop. There was an audience that hadn't been fed, and they were like, we want music, period. And I was like, okay, so now let me go into the studio
For sure.
and finish that record. And that's how One of One came up. And we released it last fall, I think, yeah. And now we've been just working the record. And what I love about where we are now with technology is for some people it can be a quick hit. For me, it's a slow burn. So I could take as long as I want, move around the country, you know, what's up, yo? What's up, Dakota?
Yeah.
What's going on, Dallas? You know, I can move through and just let people know that the record exists.
That's fire. What can your fans expect from this tour when they come to see you?
Oh, just a good time. First off, I tell them, come in your 90s gear.
Period.
The best 90s gear you got. Or could get your whole
You
your,
calling
your
people
hands
out?
on. Your hands on. No. What?
Like to point them out in the audience, like, I see you with your gear
Yeah,
on.
yeah. You know, last night we did Philly, and people had Adidas tracksuits on. You know, they was fly. They had velour. This guy had on a red leather hoodie and pants to go with it. It just was a really good time. And so that's what I promise, that we will go deep. I think a lot of these places that I've been to in the last 20-something years, I'm on these huge tours. So I only get, 20 minutes, 30 minutes the most. And this gives the opportunity for me to take my time. Take my time, give a full show. We go through old school stuff. We come up to One of One. We go back to old school stuff. I'm just really excited about it because this is where I 2 nights ago, I said that when I play the arenas with all of the big folks, I can still come to these places. They can't come to these places. They do smaller places and people look at them like, oh my God, what's going on? Because first off, they need every bell and whistle. The lights, the explosions, the dancers,
Everything.
right. And I'm just coming to talk to you.
Yeah. Name whole way. With you traveling so much, what would you say is like your second home?
Oh, boy. My second home.
Yeah.
I think I think DC lately has been the place where we wind up the most with quite a bit to do there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one. MC Lyte, if you could act in one of your favorite movies, what movie would you act in?
Oh my goodness, I probably would have been in Coming to America.
For sure.
Yeah,
That's Ink's favorite movie.
I want to run the church.
Oh, you would have been butter with the plate.
Yeah, I would have been running the church for Arsenio. What was his name in that?
Oh, I forget that pastor with the Jerry curl
Yes.
with the suit on.
Good Lord. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
If I would have saw him like right there, I would have lost it. I probably wouldn't have been able to get through the scene. That's a bomb movie. I love it.
For sure. I want to talk music one time. Can you take me to like your first show ever performing?
My first show ever performing was for it was actually for $100. And I made 75 and I had to give 25 to my manager. And it was in a spot in Brooklyn. I don't remember the name of it. But I may have recorded. I don't even think I had a record out yet. But it was my first show getting paid and I was like, "Oh, it's on now."
That's fire.
16, making money off of something you would have done for free. I was in heaven.
Damn, I hope them folks remember that $100 show, folks. Because you ain't never gonna do that again. So I ain't saying what's up for 100.
Okay, hello.
Take me to the first studio session. What was your first studio session?
My first studio session, actually, the first studio session, I was part of a group, and we were called Pure Elegance. My name was Sparkle.
Okay.
My partner's name was Dazzle. And after the session, the man that was managing us wanted us to pay for the studio time. We was like, "Oh, this ain't
no.
working. This is not working." So I don't count that as my first time.
Got it.
You could choose your first times.
No, for real.
That wasn't my
Hello. That's a fact.
My first time, no. My first time was in Staten Island when I went to meet Milk and Giz and King of Chill and all of the guys from First Party Music. And I walked into the basement. The boiler was making noise. They was banging on it. There was a microphone with a hanger with a stocking, a popper, on it. And they said, "Here's a beat, rhyme." And I started rhyming and they was like,
Wow.
"Oh, wow." She ready.
Okay, period.
Yeah, but it was a good experience.
So I feel like right now the game of hip hop has really changed because women are really getting a lot more recognition with a lot of female artists that are popping out right now. So how do you feel about the current state of hip hop and where it's going?
I mean, I love the fact that there's so many subgenres. You can find anything to love about hip hop. You can also find things to not like about it as well. So I think if you focus on what you like, you'll begin to discover more of it, which I think is really important. And then to be able to say to your friends, "Yo, did you check that out? You need to check this out." And because really we as a people, that's how we move the needle. It's the power of the tongue and it's person to person. And it's, as soon as you come into something that's really great, why not share it? And so I think that's how we get more of what it is that we're looking for. So I think there's great things about hip hop, and I think there's immaturity that runs rampant in hip hop, but people got to grow up. I wasn't all what I am today when I came in, right? So I had to live some life and understand that people are impressionable and I can impact their lives by what I say or don't say.
What do you feel like is the biggest lesson that you've learned being in the industry?
That it is a business and that when you're young and you're coming into it to have a good time, to do what it is that you love to do, to get that opportunity to be on stage, all of that is good and great. But at the end of the day, it's a business and you can either be at cause or effect. So you need to know what it is that you're doing from the onset when you walk into this business so that you don't get taken advantage of.
For sure.
Posting on the corner with yours truly, Incognito DJ Mrs. MC Lyte is here. If I was to go through like your iTunes playlist, what's some music I would find you listening to right now?
Right now, Probably my own, because I gotta know 30 years of lyrics when I
Okay.
get on that stage. So I'm listening to a lot of me, especially when you have a new record.
Yes.
You know, you want to perform it. A lot of people don't perform their new stuff because they don't know it well enough. But yeah, I've spent a great amount of time with my own lyrics. And then I'm never into it could be something from today, or it could be, I'm still listening to Pretty Wings.
Come on now.
It's one of my favorites. Or Try Sleeping with a Broken Heart, or Fleetwood Mac. Like I listen to all genres of music. So.
MC Lyte, you're so legendary, and you got like this archive and library, all these great times. Take me back to a time that you experienced with Tupac.
Okay. Well, we were all on tour together when he was a dancer for Digital Underground. That was a huge tour with a lot of people. I think Fresh Prince was on that tour, Kid and Play, Ice-T, Public Enemy. It was a lot of us. And then there was Digital Underground. And so he just seemed to me to be just a really cool, laid back, funny, always cracking jokes, always looking to release the tension in the air. And that was one Tupac. And then one of the last times I saw Tupac is when I went to see him at Dannemora when he was imprisoned. And he was looking for a way out. He was looking for a plan. So I experienced a very determined Tupac that really wanted to be on the outside, really felt like he was set up, really felt like he didn't belong there, and that it was pretty much a hoax to get him put away. So that's my first and last experiences with him.
In this industry, you get a lot of numbers, have a lot of great relationships. Who's somebody that you find yourself that you can be most vulnerable with?
Well, unfortunately, two of them passed, and that was Heavy D and Bismarck.
Yeah.
Those were my guys. And, Chuck is another person. Chuck D is that for me, and so is KRS-One. Salt and I talk a lot, but it's not usually about vulnerabilities. We actually live in the same neighborhood, so it's more about what we gonna do about what's happening in the neighborhood. But yeah, those guys were it for me, and now they're not. It's a big change, but I remember everything that we spoke about, and so that gives me the memories that I need.
That's beautiful. You have accomplished so much within your career, from music, being a voice. We can't do nothing without hearing MC Lyte's voice, honey.
Hootie hoo! Okay. Now, next up.
So do you have any other dreams that you want to accomplish?
I want to direct. I did my first short 2 years ago, got a bunch of awards, first time director awards, screenplay awards, everything. Our company in Los Angeles, we are a management firm, but we also develop and produce television and movies. And so we manage two twins that write. They're from D.C. They're probably about 40 right now, but they're two women, black women, and they get busy. And so I hired them to write it. They also produce, so I hired them to produce it. And we made a great flick, and that was sort of like my proof that I could actually get it done. And so I'm looking forward to much more directing.
What about getting on that screen? Are we going to see more of you on that screen?
Yeah, I play Detective Monroe in Angel, which is coming back.
Okay, good.
Yeah, we just shot a whole season, so yeah, she's not the best, but...
You acting down, though. You doing your thing.
Yeah, she's a bit of a creep, but she's fun to play.
MC Lyte is here, posted on the corner with yours truly, Incognito and DJ Mrs. What is a hidden talent that we don't know MC Lyte has?
I bowl.
You fire?
I'm fire.
You put a spin on it like you one of them?
I don't need it.
Oh,
For real?
I got my own balls,
For real?
my own shoes,
I was about to say you got the shoes.
my own bag. and my tape. I'm taping up my tendons because I'm about to kick some ass.
For real.
that's right.
You cold.
Yes, I'm cold. As a matter of fact, we did a big bowling thing with different teams. I think BET might have done it, but I was on Nelly's team, and we were playing for $10,000. And I said, Nelly, we're going to win, and I want the money for my foundation.
Period.
He was like, Lyte, if we win, you got it. We won, took the $10,000.
Easy, bread.
Easy, bro. Did another one like a year before that, 25 grand. 25 grand for Hip Hop Sisters.
Yeah.
Come on, let's do it.
That's so fire. If you could go back in time and talk to young NC Lyte, what advice do you got for her?
I would probably say to say yes more often. And you know what's interesting is when you first asked me that, I thought about my team. Like, my team doesn't like me to carry anything. They don't like me to move nothing. They don't like me to help. And when I started in this business, we licked our own envelopes. Sending those records out across this country and overseas. The group, the band members of all of the artists that were signed to the record label were in that office putting on labels, licking labels, sponges, and closing stuff up. We did all of our own stuff. And so to me, it's like, well, the bag is there. Nobody has a hand for it. Well, we just going to wait for somebody to go all the way and drop it and come back.
I'm
gonna take the
grab
bag.
it.
Yeah, you know. So, but younger, just be open a little bit more. I think I was a little more cautious, which at that time wasn't so bad to be cautious, but I probably would have said yes more often.
If you could attend any HBCU, which one you attending?
That's hard. I'm just going to go ahead and say Howard.
Okay.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. You spend a lot of time at a lot of shows backstage. What's like one of your most memorable backstage stories?
Most memorable back. Oh boy. I remember we got to a venue a little bit late, and I'm always on time, but this time, you know, we're at the whim of the tour bus, the driver, whatever. It's a bunch of us on the tour, and this guy pretty much was like, if the next artist goes on, then the artist that should have gone on lost their spot.
Yeah, it's done.
So we come running in. We know we late, and we see Hammer and his gazillion dancers headed to the stage. And I said, I ran straight up to him. I said, "You gotta let me go on before you, or else they're not gonna let me on, and I won't get paid." And he said, "All right, Lyte, go get on." It's for real. Yeah, promoters, you know, sometimes they play silly games. Or I shouldn't say promoters sometimes play silly games. I should say some promoters sometimes play silly games.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Because there's some good promoters out there.
It is.
But then you have the
a lot of
others.
them like to play, though.
Yeah. Yeah, they like to play.
That's my DJ standpoint.
The legendary MC Lyte is here. Congratulations on all of your success.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Thank
coming
you.
to talk to us.
Yeah,
For sure. I definitely want to be able to get down with you on that bowling one day in the future.
Okay.
And then if I ever see you in the airport and somebody yells, "Sparkle!"
Oh,
That gonna be me, twin. MC Lyte in the studio.
Posted on the corner, on the corner, on the corner.